Whoa. Ivy League school Cornell displayed these pictures at an annual social justice roundtable. One portrays Jihadi John as the GOP and the Republican elephant assaulting a woman. Some would say this is free speech. And look at this. That's a big number. 40% of millennials say they would oppose free speech if it is offensive. One of our favourite millennials, if not the favourite, his name is Charlie Kirk, and he's right here this Thanksgiving week. Charlie.
Good to see you.
Let's deal with the Cornell thing first. That was almost obscene.
It's astonishing.
It was
truly.
Certainly insulting. No outrage whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Crackdown. None at all.
No, and we actually broke this story on one of our other websites, hypeline.org, which was designed to actually, expose these campus biases that have been going on. Let's look at the double standard here. Jesse Waters, in late October, goes to Cornell and is kicked off campus, run off campus for even interviewing and talking to students because they considered Fox News to be, as one of the students and the people in student leadership, a propaganda machine. And then a couple weeks later, they have a social justice roundtable where they are literally comparing the GOP to ISIS. And they call that free speech. Let's talk about what's really going on here.
It's incredible.
They are using these Bolshevikian tactics, really fascist rule on college campuses, to protect people that believe in liberalism and social justice and attack people that believe in conservative values. It's free speech unless you're conservative.
That number, 40% of millennials in a poll. Now, I don't know whether this was a great poll or an exaggerated poll or
Sure, it was a smaller sample size, but it's still astonishing.
40% would say it's okay to limit free speech if your free speech insults somebody or you're insensitive to somebody.
Let's talk about what's really going on here. They use this word offended. What's really going on is, I disagree with you, and therefore you should be silenced. It's not offended. I mean, come on. It's this whole idea that, well, I'm offended by this. No. It's this generation that we've created that you should be silenced, not because I'm offended, but because you disagree. And that is scary, and that is alarming for a generation to be growing up in that kind of a culture.
It's incredible to me. Now, look, I'm in my 60s. I remember the 1960s, and I remember a guy who stood up and started the Berkeley Free Speech movement.
Coalition, right.
That was the start of the whole ball of wax.
And those same people, well, so funny, those same people became professors.
Exactly.
And those professors are the ones that are now fighting against everything that they stood for in the 1960s. Why? Because they are so hell-bent on pushing their agenda on the next generation that they don't want any sort of disagreement, any sort of free discourse. They want dogmatic indoctrination on our youth. And it's scary, alarming, and the parents of this country should be up in arms over what's going on in these schools.
You're out of college now, aren't you?
I never officially enrolled. I run Turning Point USA full-time, and you know what? I see what's going on at some of these schools.
You never enrolled?
Never enrolled, no. I'm a 22-year-old young entrepreneur, run this organization. I love every moment of it, organizing thousands of young people on college and high school campuses.
Welcome to Varney & Company, young man.
Thank you so much, and congrats on being a U.S. citizen. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much indeed, Charlie.
Have a great
Come
Thanksgiving.
back soon. All right.